Tell me when we like. Oh, you give me like. We'll do. Hey, good morning, folks. It's your boy, a.k.a. the Weatherman, and I know I don't get to come on here much. The first numbers 1 through 6. Whatever. Anyway, so it's time for the morning grind. I'm filling in for my boy GTT. I lost a bet yesterday. He beat me in golf. He shot a 79, and I shot a 96, and so I had to do the show this morning. So, but I do think we start off with I think it's what we call it, gratitude. 60 seconds of gratitude. One of the things that I do want to say is I want to give a shout out to a guy named John Jones. I've been able to play golf with him the past few days, and our relationship has definitely molded into something. But, you know, John's probably one of the most known businessmen in this city, but John also is a very giving and kind guy and funny. So it's been a pleasure that we're in that element together, and he's not mad at me for somebody calling in on me. So it's great to be on his good side because, hey, when you're on John's good side, it's a lot of fun. So, John Jones, I know you're probably not watching this morning, but, buddy, I appreciate you, and I really think a lot of you, and I appreciate who you are. So, today's topic is, what are you selling? So, everybody thinks because we do real estate, it's that. No, what I'm talking about, what are you selling, is what are you selling when you meet people? What are you selling when you see somebody? How is your energy level? Are you energetic? Are you negative? You know, what are some of the things that you want to pursue? Like when you have a facial expression on your face, people automatically think that's what's going on. So if you're mad, people can see you're mad. You know, so what is that, a negative energy or a positive energy? Negative. It's a negative energy. So how can we be very successful at anything we do in our business world, whether it's in an office building, in sales, in insurance, if you don't have a positive energy? You know how hard it is to have a positive energy all the time when things are going on around you bad? You have to have the willpower to overcome it. Same thing in sales. You have to have the willpower to overcome all the no's, the willpower to overcome the rejections, the willpower to when you lose deals. And you still have to be positive because guess what? If you're not positive, what are your buyers? Oh, they're like you. Hey, we call it get in the boat. They're in the boat with you. Or we call it we're going in the river. That's our saying here. We're just going to drive in the river, and we're going to take them with us. So you have to make sure that if you're selling something, you have to sell a positive energy. So this game we're in, which is the real estate market, is a very, very hard market. It's the hardest market I've been in the 14, 15 years I've been in real estate. And I started in the recession. The recession was much easier than it is now. It was just reversed. All it was, there was a multitude of sellers, but guess what? Buyers were kind of acting the same way. But now, because of how crazy it is and how hard it is, and it's so hard to explain where we are. So we have to get positive about our city. So how many people here know how powerful Murfreesboro, Tennessee is? So give me a reason why Murfreesboro, Tennessee is so powerful.
It's like number one. Yeah.
Why is it the number one city?
Low crime. It's close to Nashville.
Well, hey, just for I think in our disclaimer notices as real estate agents, we're not allowed to say that. But hey, just off the record. But Eric, good answer. So, what are the one thing that people move here for?
Taxes.
Yeah, taxes. And you know what else we have? There's 4 of them.
Interstates.
Diesel.
We got summer, spring, winter. What's the other one? Fall. We have 4 seasons. You know how many people like 4 seasons? So they move here to retire. But that's not really the biggest thing, I think. I think we do have interstate access, but I think our price point, because where does everybody really want to move to when they think of Tennessee?
Nashville.
There you go. And then what's Nashville prices?
Way too
Ridiculous. Then what's the next place people want to move to?
Murfreesboro.
Nope.
Mount Juliet.
much.
Nope.
Franklin.
Brentwood, Franklin. So guess what happens when they go over there?
Even more expensive.
Boom. And then there we go. Now guess where they come next? There we go. So now we got to sell that. So that positive energy is, you know what Murfreesboro has that I think that it's kind of like, have you ever been to the downtown Franklin Square? Mm-hmm. It's just got this cool vibe. Murfreesboro's getting there. But if you ever notice, people in Murfreesboro, they wave to you. They open doors for you. They're nice. I mean, it's just like it's like a small town feel. You know, and sometimes people don't wave, but that's the ones that are moving in here. But they'll start to wave eventually. Because then they'll think everybody's crazy because you're right down the right waving. Hey, you go ahead. Y'all come out. Get in front of me. There's a line behind you a mile long. Go ahead and get out. So we have to sell how wonderful Murfreesboro is. There is nowhere else in this United States that I would want to live. I've been here my entire life. My kids are here. It ain't saying I don't want to have a place in Florida or stay in Florida when it's cold, but I do want my grandkids to be raised here because my kids are already grown. I want their kids to be raised here because it is one of those places that is wonderful. So when I'm selling Murfreesboro, you see how my energy is that positive? I'm selling a lifestyle. I'm not selling it, hey, come here because I can get you a house, it's cheaper. I'm selling this is the place that you want to raise your kids. You want to be here. The people you meet are nice. They actually are genuinely friendly. And so when people move here, that's the kind of attitude that I have. And I'm positive about that. Then I can go into, yes, our taxes are lower. Our school districts are ranked very, very high. We do have 30 minutes to Nashville, depending on what time you leave. So everybody wants to be in Nashville, but we also have to understand that we are on a national map. So if you don't have that energy, so a negative energy, so let's just say you have somebody you're working with has a negative energy, and they're old school Murfreesboro. I'll use one of my cousins, for example. They ain't bought a house in 10 years, and they're going out to buy their next house. They sold their little 1,200 square foot house. They want to buy a 2,500 square foot house. What's that going to cost them now? What's 2,500 square foot house costs in Rutherford County right now? About $500,000. What do you think my old cousin's going to think? That's way too high. That's way too high. So how do I get his spirits up?
It's worth it.
No, I'm selling, just like I said, I'm selling how people are moving here in Murfreesboro, and we're nationally known. When you're nationally known, then you're known across the nation. People in Arizona know about Murfreesboro, Tennessee. So does everybody know about Las Vegas? You know what Las Vegas is? Everybody knows what New York is? New York, whatever it is, Manhattan. You know about that? You know about some other areas, Houston, Austin. Well, guess what else we're talking about now? Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Our little old small town of Murfreesboro, which is not small anymore. So we're selling positivity. So your energy level, anywhere you go, and I'm the world's worst when I get home. If I get grouchy, it shows on my face. My wife can tell it, and that's something I have to do better working on. Because I have to be better as a husband, as a father, to make sure that if I got something bothering me, that I put it aside, that my family don't suffer from it. And I'm very bad about that because I can take something that happened bad, and that's my release at home. And that's the wrong place to release it. Really, I just need to take Josh and release it all on him before I get home. Then I feel a lot better. But I got to have that at home too. That just doesn't go into work. That goes into everything you do in life. In order to be a blessing, you have to give blessings. The only way you actually give, you have to give blessings. Don't even worry about being blessed. Worry about what can you do to bless people. It's not about giving money. It's not about anything. A lot of times it's about just your generosity and speaking to them. How are you doing today? Uplifting them. You can see somebody and you can tell their spirits are down. You can change their whole day by conversation. But how many times do we not talk to that person because it's like, I don't say nothing to them. If they're walking the checkout line, you may change the way their attitude is by your positive energy. So when you sell something, you're selling yourself, but you're selling mostly how you are, your facial expression. We know your facial expression is what it is. So you have to make sure, in order to be good at anything you do in life, you definitely have to have a positive attitude, positive energy. And we're going to have negative things happen. That's a given. Hey, we all we got to worry about is today. I'm not going to get scripture, but that's all we really need to focus on. Don't worry about tomorrow. What can we do today to be better? And what can we do to make somebody else better today? What can we do for somebody else today? The reason we sell real estate is to give people home ownership, a blessing, to give them something, an accomplishment, somewhere they feel good about. So we have to go into that excited for them. A lot of times we go in it right now, and I'm the world's like a bull. Hey, we got to do this, and we're going to win you this house. Instead of the excitement part about, it's going to be so good watching your kids in the backyard. What kind of swing set are you going to get? Look, you got 3 bathrooms. Y'all ain't fighting over one sink. You got 2 girls that are beating on the door. How great is that going to be? So we got to do, and I have to do better at that too. So I'm preaching to myself this morning because even though I'm a very uplifting person, I'm always energetic. Sometimes when somebody's that high, they have lows. And so when I have lows, sometimes those lows go to the wrong people, which is my wife and daughter for the most part. And it's not that I'm mean to them. It's just I don't have the same energy. You know, I've been doing it all day, so I slow down. So I have to do better at selling myself as what should I sell myself at home, Josh? You don't know this yet, but what should I sell myself?
Nice.
No, man, I need to sell myself as the best husband and the best dad ever. I need to hug my kids more. I need to tell them how proud I have them more. I need to do those things more. We got to do that every day. Positive energy versus negative energy. And the main thing is what you say and what you put out is your brand. If you're positive, uplifting, when people see you, you already created a brand. You're the kid. You're 19 years old, 20 years old now. I mean, but you're a young kid. You start out, boom, this. Hey, we know Assie's a wonderful mother because her daughter is by far is her priority right now, which is amazing. You know, so we got to start figuring out these brands and how you act and what you put on videos and what you do or how you meet people is your brand. You know, anybody that knows me will tell you exactly like everybody in here knows. I'm either going to put you down or we're going to laugh or I'm going to be witty or I'm very fast. I just go. I'm like a bull in the china shop. I'll knock everything over, but I don't change. So, I mean, that is my brand. You know, so we have to create that in order to be that. And to be successful, you have to be positive. And this also comes from one of the most powerful coaches in football. Y'all know who that is?
Nick Saban.
Yeah, Nick Saban. Because of the negative and positive energy believes it so highly. I wasn't really a big into all that stuff until I started realizing that I showed negative energy. And all you got to do is carry a mirror around in your pocket. Just look at your face. It'll show. And guess what everybody else sees? Same thing. Everybody you meet today, you need to make sure that you have such an uplifting spirit that they know that there's something about you that I want to know you. When you leave a restaurant, or you leave a waitress, or you leave a store, do you think those people think, man, I wish they was my friend. I just like how they do things. I like how they operate. You know, those are things that you need to do when you go into it. So when you do hand your car to them, they're calling you up. Next thing you know, y'all hanging out and you're selling all the family houses because there's something about you that they like. And it's your energy. And if you go in there and you're just a prick, they don't want to fool with you. You know, take positive energy everywhere you go. So what you're selling today, you sell yourself. You got to sell yourself first in everything in life. Doesn't matter. I don't care if you sell cars, insurance. I don't care if you work at an office building. You are selling yourself as what kind of person you are first. It don't matter how good you are. Liliana could be the best salesperson in the world, but the meanest one in here. At some point, she's not going to make it because her sales, her attitude the sales won't matter. And you can take somebody that may sell one or two, but have the best attitude, help do everything, and you just want them there and want to make sure they make whatever we can do. So it's very important that we stay positive. But the main thing I want to end with is it's very important that we also help each other stay positive. You can't do it by yourself. When you see somebody down, try to lift them up. If somebody's down in your office or wherever you work at or here, lift them up. You know, it's not very hard to try to lift somebody up. Take them to lunch. Tell them how nice they look. Hey, bring them flowers every now and then. Do something special for them to lift them up. It's our duty to be a blessing to other people. We're not on this earth for ourselves. We're on this earth for other people. So be positive, be a blessing, and when you go out today, sell something, sell yourself first. And make sure everybody knows when they go home today, there's something about Julia that I like. Man, I wish I could hang out with her. I know her life is fun because of the introduction y'all had. So make sure you're selling that. So guys, thank you for tuning into the Morning Grind. We will see y'all back here on Monday with GTT. And have a great, wonderful weekend and get ready for the Christmas holidays. And I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Guys, see you soon.